BNP Paribas is a global European bank headquartered in Paris, but we obviously have a large presence around the world, 72 countries in total. The Americas is a key strategic geography for us. We have 200,000 employees, very strong balance sheet, highly rated investment bank, corporate bank, and specifically in the Americas, we have presence in all the Latin American countries that are the key mining countries in the region, starting in Mexico, Colombia, Peru, Chile, Brazil, and Argentina. Our activities are comprehensive on the mining sector, from M&A, capital markets, project financing, structured finance, and all the, I would say, ancillary services with FX hedging. Basically, we can do any currency globally, 24/7, metal hedging. In terms of what we do specifically in Latin America, the financing team I head for the Americas basically is responsible for financing any need in the mining sector. Except for the equity side, we finance anywhere from pre-production, acquisition financing, project financing, we do corporate loans, senior secure and secure acquisition financing. So basically all the financing needs of any company at any stage, from junior, mid-tiers, and senior companies. So we're very proud to be probably one of the premier banks financing the mining sector, and very, I would say, 100 years, depending on the country, presence in Latin America, offices in Lima, where the conference happened. They're right across the street from the Westin, and so we are very, very supportive of the mining sector and obviously Latin America. I was in LME Week, I was in the Denver Gold Forum, so I would say definitely there is a feeling of short-term challenges. Obviously, particularly in the copper sector, the impact has been more significant in terms of pricing, but I think across the board, I think there's a more positive view on the long term. I think the deficits in copper, we've been talking for a while. We've been touching the back and forth with the trade wars between the US and China. Obviously, there was a cooling off of that sort of risk appetite, but in the long term, we see a very healthy pipeline of copper projects. I would say in the Americas, the CapEx budget for the whole Americas, including Canada and the US, is $122 billion, base case approximately. 66% comes from copper, 18% comes from gold, and the rest is coming from iron ore, zinc, lithium, even some of the fertilizers. So copper and gold are definitely at the forefront of the activity, despite of what's going on in the short term. And in terms of the countries, Chile has 33% of all the budget of all this project. Peru has 22%, and we're bigger than Canada, has 20% of the projects. Brazil is coming right behind. So we see that the focus of the investor is definitely going to be that, and we see that sort of concerns the short term, but still, I would say, well-measured optimism for the long term. BNP Paribas has been very supportive of the event. We've been the platinum sponsor since the beginning. We see how the event has grown, and I think particularly this last event, I think is very important because I have seen really a cross-section of all the companies. There's a lot of junior companies. I see more presence of mid-tiers, which I haven't seen that much, and the seniors, they come from time to time. So I think the representation that we have this particular year is very significant, and it's the companies that are really expecting to really bring projects or do mergers and acquisitions and to lead the activity in the region. So I'm very happy that not only I've seen a lot of friends and colleagues, but more companies. That's what we want to see, and to deploy our capital.